Okay, so I'll get started with just some brief housekeeping. So hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amanda Donahue and I'm the Special Events Manager and Executive Assistant here at the Long Beach Chamber. I want to thank you all for joining us on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. And for those of you who haven't joined us before, welcome. Before we begin, I'm going to go over some brief housekeeping. And for starters, this event is being recorded and will be available for you to view on our YouTube page. Just need you all to be aware that you will be included in the recording. Next, go ahead and treat your display name as your name badge. You can rename yourself using the 3 dots or the more button. For example, mine is Amanda Donahue-Chamber. In order for things to go smoothly, I have to please ask you to mute yourself unless you are speaking. Be aware that any sounds in your environment is broadcasted to everyone in the meeting. And to temporarily unmute yourself, you can hold down the space bar while you are speaking. I want to encourage everyone to use the chat box to give other attendees information and links about your business. Be sure to save the chat at the end of the lunch by clicking on the 3 dots or the more button in the chat box, and it will give you the option to save the entire chat. I'll also be sending out a recap email with all the attendees' contact information and chat history. Later in the program, all participants will have a 60-second opportunity to state your name, company, and provide us with your best elevator pitch. And as a reminder, we have 2 door prizes that will be awarded to 2 lucky participants today. Thanks to our sponsors, Parker's Lighthouse and Primal Alchemy. We'll be doing a random drawing for a $50 gift card to Parker's and a catered dinner for 4 from Primal Alchemy. Please note, in order to qualify for the drawing, you will have to remain in the meeting for the total duration. If you have any questions regarding today's event, please don't hesitate to reach out to Chamber staff. I'll be posting all of our contact info in the chat box. So I think that covers everything. So now I'd like to turn it over to our President and CEO, Jeremy Harris.
Thanks, Amanda, and good afternoon, and good afternoon to all of you for joining us on our monthly membership luncheon. Good afternoon, Long Beach. For those of you who haven't been with us before, normally we're at Parker's Lighthouse, but here we are, pandemic month number 6, 7, depending on which how you're counting it and which calendar you're going by, I guess. I can't wait to be back in person. I think depending on what you read and where you read it, you know, it's an up and down type of thing. You know, some news are good, some weekends, and others it looks like we might be going backwards. But I'm still pretty positive that we're doing the right thing and trending in the right direction, albeit not as fast as I know that all of us want to get back there safely and in person. But we continually to appreciate all of you to join us on our monthly luncheon. And this is just a number of things that we're doing each month, whether it's here at the noontime hour or in the after hours around the 4 or 5 o'clock hour. And then we've got some morning networking events. So we're doing our best to make sure that you all continue to stay connected and that your businesses are allowed to network with other businesses here within Long Beach and within the Chamber, of course. If you've got ideas for us, as always, you know, feel free to shoot those in the chat, and we're happy to take those under consideration and see if there's something else that we can do to assist you in your business or your industry, or make these meetings a little more productive and fun. So we, again, appreciate you all joining us for our monthly Good Afternoon Long Beach. Let's get right into our program. If you've been on this before in the last couple of months, in keeping with our speaker series, this month we have a council candidate for the 2nd District, and Cindy Allen. If you've joined us previously, you've heard from other candidates that the Chamber has endorsed as we come upon the election here in November 3rd. 22 or 23 days away, I believe, Cindy. You probably got it down to the hour, if not to the minute, when this thing gets here. So we appreciate you joining us this afternoon to share a little bit about why you're running and some questions from our members. And a little background, you know, if this is the first time, again, you've heard from us or you're joining Good Afternoon Long Beach, the Chamber has historically been very involved in local council races. We're constantly take a look at the different candidates that are running for office. We want to ensure that we're taking a proactive approach on those individuals who are running and who we feel is best for business. And we certainly have a candidate today that we believe is best for business. So let me get into the formality and give Cindy here a quick introduction, and then I'll turn it over to her for her presentation. But for those who may not know Cindy Allen, she's a longtime Long Beach resident, community leader, decorated public servant who knows the value of hard work and perseverance. We can certainly attest to that at the Chamber. Professionally, Allen has served a decade as a servant with the Long Beach Police Department. She's been awarded over 20 commendations for bravery and exceptional service. After an unfortunate injury on the job, Cindy took the opportunity to reinvest in Long Beach and continue to give back to the community that has given her countless opportunities. Most recently, Cindy was an entrepreneur and a small business owner, employing over a dozen local Long Beach residents. At its launch 14 years ago, the agency ETA was a startup marketing and advertising firm that grew into about a multi-million-dollar company, providing services for national brands, local businesses, and public agencies. Cindy's been recognized widely for her contributions in Long Beach, including being awarded Business of the Woman of the Year by the Long Beach Press-Telegram, being appointed by Supervisor Janice Hahn as a commissioner to the Los Angeles County Small Business Administration. And then lastly, but certainly not least, we've known Cindy for quite a while as she has served on our board of directors here at the Chamber. So with that, it's a heartfelt welcome, and to turn it over to Cindy Allen, candidate for 2nd District Council race. Cindy, it's all yours.
Awesome. Hey, listen, thank you so much for having me here today, Jeremy, and thank you to the Chamber, and thanks for everyone for tuning in. As Jeremy mentioned, Cindy Allen, and I'm candidate for a CD2, Council District 2. And I always like to begin these by saying, you know, I love Long Beach. No one ever questions that. I love growing up in our city, and I love living downtown. But let me just tell you a little bit more about myself. I was raised on the west side of Long Beach by a single mother, and growing up wasn't always easy. We did depend on government assistance to get by. We had a lot of help from teachers and friends. I went to Stevens. I went to Long Beach Poly and was student body president way back when. Long Beach City, I earned a bachelor's degree in business management, and then went on to Cal State Long Beach, where I earned my master's degree in public administration. In my 20s, I worked as a police officer. Back then, there weren't a whole lot of women doing this job, but I joined the Long Beach Police to serve my community, and I am so proud of my service to Long Beach. You know, I have to say I saw the good and I saw the bad, and that is why I am the candidate with the lived experience and the most qualified to bring real change to our policing systems and to our criminal justice systems. I got injured in the line of duty, apprehending a suspect, and I had to have disc replacement surgery. I got medically retired, and that's when I decided to become an entrepreneur. And as Jeremy mentioned, I started several businesses here in downtown Long Beach. But one of the things that I like to say is Long Beach has been so good to me. I couldn't imagine starting a business anywhere else or having the opportunities that I've had in Long Beach. And I was able to lift myself out of poverty. And I want to be able to help as many people as I can do the same. I'm running to fight for all of the residents of the 2nd District to ensure that everyone has the same opportunities that we're giving me. I don't believe that the progressive reform and the economic growth are mutually exclusive. I will work hard to enact policies that help all of the residents in Long Beach prosper. The economic recovery from COVID pandemic has to be a priority for City Council. We have an opportunity here to come out stronger and to create more equitable economy and a greater economy than we had before. I'm endorsed by the Democratic Party. I've been endorsed by all 3 of our mayors, Beverly O'Neill, Foster, and Mayor Garcia, the Long Beach Chamber, the BizFed, the Federation of Labor, the National Women's Business Caucus, the Long Beach Collective Association, which is our trade association for local cannabis businesses, the League of Conservation Voters, along with many other local organizations, elected officials, and community leaders. These organizations and the leaders sometimes fall on different sides of the political spectrum, but they have all united behind me in my campaign because they know that I will bring the city together. And they know that I will fight for all of the residents and I will not divide our great city. In these tough times, it's especially important to bring different viewpoints together to tackle the issues with innovative and sustainable solutions. If elected, I will work hard to make more affordable housing, to help local businesses open and thrive, bring meaningful reform to our policing, and to implement innovative ways to protect our environment. As a homeowner and a longtime community leader, I know that we have a lot of work to do, but I know that we can make the second district safer and even more prosperous by building, affordable housing and helping with the homelessness. Like I said, I'm ready to bring people together and advocate for all of our shared values. I represent everyone in this community, the residents and the businesses. This election is right around the corner, so I need your support to help me get to the finish line on November 3rd. So with that, I will open it up for any questions.
Cindy, thank you for that. Appreciate, again, your time in the middle of a very busy campaign season. Like I said, 22, 23 days until the election day. And to our folks that are on the call with us today, you can see that Cindy's got a definitely a diverse background. We tend to think that she's a convener. She can bring both sides together, and that's, I think, something that's sorely missed right now in today's local and national politics. So we're lucky to have her running, and feel good about our endorsement of Cindy. So with that, I'd like to open it up for questions. If you have questions, please put it in the Q&A in the chat, and I'll also take a look. If I see somebody pop their hand up, and we'll try to get you off mute and you can ask it. But I'll kind of kick off the first one, Cindy, and I'll be accused of lobbing you a softball, but I think it's going to be one that folks are going to want to know anyhow. Your plans for small business if elected to council. Obviously, we're in month 6 or 7 of a pandemic, and we're still waiting on the national or the federal response in terms of more aid coming down to our businesses. I know the city of Long Beach has done a pretty good job currently of trying to get as much aid as possible out to our small businesses. You want to talk to any of that, or if you're elected, what does that look like, or how we get small business kind of back on its feet after this pandemic is over, or quite frankly, during the pandemic, while we find a vaccine?
Yeah. Listen, that's one thing. I have the benefit. I was saying this earlier before you jumped on, Jeremy. We having the privilege of just talking to a lot of residents and a lot of businesses and a lot of small businesses. They're suffering, and a lot of these businesses will not make it through these tough times. So as a city, we have to do everything in our power to make sure that we're helping the small businesses with any red tape, with any licensing fees. I like the way that we were able to jump on this open streets quickly and safely, get those restaurants open, these parklets. Back in the day, those parklets would have taken forever to get it through the city. And for those of you, our small businesses that have ever, built out a space here in the city, it's rough, it's not easy. And so wherever we can cut any of that red tape, where we can reduce business fees. One of the things that I talked about, even as a small business, I started out in my house, and I'm paying the same fees as, sometimes as a bigger business, and yet not using the services, all the same services. So I'm definitely want to look at, anything and everything that we can do to help businesses, it's on the table. I am, as Jeremy said, I sit on, I'm a commissioner appointed by Janice Hahn for LA County. So I hear, every business has unique issues, but I think in this climate moving forward, everything is on the table. Like, what can we do? And you're going to have an advocate, in me to help with any of these processes or fees that can help small businesses in any way.
Great, thanks for that, Cindy. And we've got a question here in the chat, and one that, if you've read any piece of news, any of the different medias, you're not, a lot of us aren't lost on kind of how divisive this campaign has been so far for you in the second district. So the question comes along that, when you win, what would you do to reunite maybe folks that might be not endorsing of you, but let's just say your opponents and your opponent supporters, when you do win, what will you do to bring the community back together?
Oh, I'm absolutely have to do that. I mean, I'm on the call with voters, and it was even put out there that I shot an unarmed black man, and voters are mad. They're hanging up on me. They're pissed off. And I can't say that I would blame them if that was true. It was not true. So when you look at a candidate like me that has been attacked and these vicious lies and constant, that it's been confusing for the voters. And so I am absolutely not, I'm not angry. It's about forgiveness. And I think no matter what, I have a reputation, and that's why, like I said earlier, so many folks have gotten behind me. Listen, we're not going to agree on everything. None of us are. But I tell you, I will always listen, and I will always be fair, and I will always treat you with kindness and respect, just like I've done when I was a police officer, just like I've conducted my life with people. And so I'm not going to harbor any animosity or anything about anyone that hasn't supported me or things that they've been told, because once I get an opportunity to sit down and talk with someone and tell people like who I am, and they get to know me, and that's going to happen over time. And that's why I'm so devoted to having this voter contact and to talking to businesses. I actually devote an hour of my day every day just to talk to businesses. So I know it's not just voters, because they're such an important part of my plan. They're such an important part of our economic recovery. And in fact, it was just a bar association that we were in contact with. So that's really important to me. And so I have no doubt, and I think anyone that supports me and knows me personally has no doubt that, at the end of the day, it's just a campaign and people say and do crazy things. But listen, we've got more important work to do. And I can tell you without a doubt, regardless of all the noise going on, what people care about are the issues. People care about the issues. They are struggling. There's food insecurity. They don't know how they're going to pay their rent. These businesses who have the responsibility, the huge sort of responsibility of signing the front of a paycheck, don't know how they're going to make their rent, how they're going to get their employees paid. That's a huge responsibility. So everyone is struggling, and we need to make sure that we stay focused on the issues. And that's what I do, and that's what I talk about every day.
Thanks for that, Cindy. And I know we're running a little bit over time here, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up, and I'll give you, 30 seconds to, a minute here to kind of close, if you don't mind, Cindy. But before I do so, just as a reminder to all of you, as we record this and we send this back out to all the folks who've registered, we'll include some information about Cindy, her campaign, and maybe a little deeper dive into some of the issues where she stands, just in case those questions didn't get answered here today, because we're running out of time. So with that, Cindy, any last closing comments you'd like to say before we wrap up here?
Sure. So I am really, as you guys know, I'm a dog fight. And so if there is anything that any of you guys could do or want to do to help, we have virtual phone banks where you can call in and you can help. If there's anything that you want to donate to financially, we definitely appreciate that. But more importantly, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends. I really need as much support, in the chamber has endorsed me, like we said earlier, and it's just been a big part of my growing up here in Long Beach. And so I want to say personally, I wish each and every one of you much success in your business, each of your businesses. I know how hard it is, but I can tell you that personally, that you could not have picked a better city to decide to come to and grow your business. So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Cindy, thanks again for the time, and I'll take you up on your devotion to calling businesses each hour. I'm sure I've got a business or two here on the call that wouldn't mind receiving a phone call from you. So we'll share, our attendees with you today. So just in case there's some connection there, you can certainly include them in some of your calls. But I know you're busy. Thanks for your time today. Thanks for hopping on here and joining us for Good Afternoon Long Beach this month. Cindy, best of luck, and we'll be talking again soon.
Bye, you guys.
See ya. Thank you. Okay, with that, I think Amanda, is it back over to you?
Actually, Jeremy, do you want to go ahead and spotlight our milestone today?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you. Before we get into the virtual introduction, for those of you who have were with us in person, 6 or 7 months ago, we started a new program where the chamber has 700 plus members, and why it's hard to recognize every single one of our members, other than the grateful thank you that we can say when you renew with us. And I know right now it's even tougher to make that decision than it probably has in any other time recently. We try to do our best to recognize our members, especially our small business members, when they hit a certain milestone membership with our chamber. We've got a few this month who have hit certain milestones. We've got a couple of 10-year members with us and a 20-year member with us. Unfortunately, I don't see the couple of one 10-year and one 20, but I know I do have a 10-year member who's been with the chamber and celebrating 10 years with us this month for October, and that is Leslie Smith with McCormick, LA. And I know Leslie's got her picture up, and I don't know if she can hear me or if she's got the video, but I did want to recognize her personally to say, thank you so much to Leslie and her continued support of our organization as she celebrates 10 years with us. So with that, there she is. Leslie, I want to give you a couple of minutes just to say hello and let the folks know a little bit about what you do in your organization in celebration of your 10 years with us.
I have to get off. I was just sending a message to everyone that I have to get off the phone and get back to a project. But thank you. I went, milestones. Sound? That sounds fun. I'll listen.
Leslie, you there?
Actually, I joined in 1994. So I'm a member for 26 years. So
we might have had a technical difficulty, as they say.
Are we all frozen? It's all frozen.
I can hear you, Leslie. It might just be Jeremy. Oh. I've heard you this whole time. Congratulations so much.
But longer than me. Judy was there when I started.
I know.
And was already a veteran.
Oh
she
my
hasn't
gosh.
aged a bit.
Okay, I'm sending you something. What do you want? I'll turn. Oh, we did lose Jeremy. Back to you, Amanda.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I have to go. But
no,
thank you.
You're busy. Go do your thing.
I am a big proponent of always joining your chamber. I think it's a very important thing for every small business.
Well, we love having you,
Leslie.
For sure.
Thank you. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
So I think I'm back, but can you guys hear me?
Yes.
See, just when you think you've got this thing figured out 6 months into it all, you lose internet, then the whole thing kind of just goes right out the window. So hopefully Judy and Amanda and all of you picked up my slack there, and apologies on that. And I don't even have kids at home today. They're actually in school, so I can't blame them for taking up the bandwidth. So apologies on that. But I know Leslie jumped off. Again, special thanks to her and her partnership with our organization for 10 plus years. If we were in person, we'd say there's, people say there's no such thing as a free lunch. We would have bought her lunch today at Parker's. So we'll be sending her something else, a special gift in the mail as a celebratory and a thank you to her. So I look forward to celebrating many more milestones with lots of our members and hopefully some of you here in the near future. So with that, Amanda, I'll turn it back over to you.
Yes. So now we're going to begin our self-intros and elevator pitches. As a reminder, you'll have 60 seconds to state your name, company, and provide us with your best elevator pitch. If you do go over 60 seconds, I will be forced to mute you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with Mega Jewell.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mega Jewell. I'm with Southern California Food Allergy Institute. The coolest thing about what I do is that we take kids who have severe food allergies, peanuts, eggs, milk, and we go through this entire treatment program where they reach remission. That's a big deal because that can't be found anywhere else. And basically, children can eat whatever they want, whatever things that they were previously allergic to, and have a life without the risk of that reaction. I think that is a big deal. It's a big responsibility, and I'm thrilled to be part of this organization.
Thanks, Mega. Steve Soto.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm from Optimum Seismic. We're a seismic retrofit company. We retrofit buildings for earthquakes. We are the oldest and largest company in California. We've been around for 35 years and we've done over 3,500 projects, and we do everything from A to Z in-house. We do the architectural to the construction. So if you ever think about an earthquake again, think about us.
Thanks, Steve. Amber?
Hello, everyone. I'm Amber Ediss with Wells Fargo. I am a business development officer, so I help small businesses grow by helping them save money and become more efficient through our different products and services. I personally specialize in commercial real estate for both owner, user, and investor, and practice finance, helping doctors, dentists, optometrists, and veterinarians make their practice better. Thank you all.
Thanks, Amber. Atira?
Good afternoon, Long Beach. Pardon my lack of photo. I'm having a bad hair day, but I am with the Long Beach Post / Long Beach Business Journal. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the Long Beach Post, lbpost.com, we are the largest publication here in the city of Long Beach. And the Long Beach Business Journal, also the largest publication serving exclusively the business audience here in the city of Long Beach. So if you're a B2B business, you want to get in touch with me about the Business Journal, B2C, lbpost.com, as well as our suite of creative services with Studio LBP. Thanks so much. Look forward to meeting you all.
Thanks, Atira. Charlene? No, we'll go back to her. Charlotte?
Charlotte Melch with Cal Bowling Center. We're sports and recreation, not just a family bowling recreation center. Excuse me, we are currently still closed. At this time, I'd like to tell you that I represent over 4,000 senior bowlers who are so anxious to get back into society and be part of their normal everyday bowling life that the emotional and mental state has been terrible. But we're doing our best to keep in contact with them. And as I know right now, Janice Hahn's having a meeting with the doctor, hoping she can open us up soon. So let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody, that we can go to, we're safe to open, very safe. So thank you.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Charlotte. Christine?
Hi, everyone. I'm the Government Affairs Manager with the Chamber. I handle local, state, and federal government affairs. So you'll probably hear from me regarding openings and closures, all the good and bad news with that. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up, we have Dion. No? How about Elizabeth Warren?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the West Coast Elizabeth Warren, and today I'm here with my client, Gwen Butterfield of Butterfield Communications, Inc., and we are representing Mitsubishi Cement Corporation. I'm also president and CEO of my own firm, Dialed In Partners, member of the Long Beach Chamber, and I specialize in public policy, government affairs, and industry outreach related to goods movement, logistics, and international trade.
Thank you. Next up, we have Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina Gillum with Pediatric Therapy Network. I am the Institutional Giving Manager, and we actually just celebrated our 4th birthday of our PTN Long Beach site. We've been in Torrance for 24 years. I'm happy to bring our services to Long Beach too, where we now have a full service clinic in Long Beach offering early intervention services, social skills programming, and individual therapy for children with special needs.
Thanks, Gina. Gwen Butterfield.
Hi, now I'm unmuted. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gwen Butterfield. I own Butterfield Communications, and my firm specializes in public relations, community relations, government relations, especially working with the 2 ports of LA and Long Beach and their surrounding cities. And I'm representing, along with Elizabeth, my client, Mitsubishi Cement Corporation, who's a proud corporate sponsor of the Long Beach Chamber. And also I have been supporting Cindy Allen, and we're happy to see the Chamber endorsing her officially. And I can attest to the fact that she's called me. We've had 2 long chats during the whole campaign season, and a couple others discussing all kinds of business issues.
Thanks, Glenn. Next up, we have Heather Summers.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Heather Summers. I'm the Senior Vice President of Marketing for LBS Financial Credit Union. And we're a not-for-profit financial institution, and we're focused on giving back to the community and also saving money for our members. I did want to share one thing with you. We have an event. I'm the president of the Women's Business Council this year, and we do have an event coming up this Thursday. It's our Experience Speaks speaker series, and we have a focus on marketing for the next 3 speakers, starting this Thursday with Carrie Garbus from Ovation. She's a professional speaker, and she will be able to help us learn to present ourselves well on Zoom and in a virtual environment, basically. So I hope many of you sign up for the event this Thursday at 4 p.m. Thanks.
Thanks, Heather. Looking forward to that event. Next up, we have Jillian.
Hi, everybody. I represent the Hampton Inn and the Homewood Suites at Long Beach Airport, and both hotels are under the same roof here, and we have been open this whole time and staying busy. We have a full staff on property right now, so things are looking a little different in the hotel world if you haven't traveled during this whole time, but our pool is still open and heated. We are taking reservations to limit the amount of people in there. We still have hot breakfast options at both hotels. Our Homewood side is for long-term stay guests, and we have suites and full kitchens in that hotel. We're walking distance from the hangar and the exchange, so plenty of restaurants and retail close by. And then we are following the new Hilton Clean Stay program which they have paired up with Lysol for. So extra clean, everybody's required to wear masks in the hotel, and guests as well in public areas. So trying to keep it nice and safe for all of those who have to travel or who just need to get out of the house for the weekend and enjoy a little time away from wherever you've been quarantining. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Jillian. Judy Nelson.
Hi, Judy with the Long Beach Chamber. I'm responsible for the Small Business Council, the Women's Business Council, and International Business Association. And thank you, Heather, for mentioning our event on Thursday. I actually posted, hopefully it came across okay, I posted a JPEG in our chat. And I also sent it out to the full membership today. We have a good crowd coming, and we're very excited to get this series started. The International Business Association also has a mixer on the 29th of this month, and so you'll be seeing that coming across in your emails as well. Hope you'll join us.
Thanks. Lauren Osborne.
Hello, I'm Lauren Osborne with TLD Law. We will be celebrating our 60th year in business next year, so we're excited about that. We have 18 attorneys on our team with specialties ranging from everything from estate planning to corporate transactional to employment law for small businesses. And I'm glad to be here today. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations on the anniversary.
Thanks.
Next up is Lisa Finn.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Finn. I am a Cruise Planos travel advisor and business owner, small business owner. I basically make travel dreams become reality and cost nothing in exchange for that. I basically invest all of my time and energy and my own personal resources in being an expert in all types of travel, be it land destinations, all-inclusive resorts, and of course, river and ocean cruises. So right now, of any time, this is when you want to tap into a professional like myself. I'm staying on top of all of the COVID protocols and where you can travel and how to do that safely. So thanks for the opportunity to tell you about myself.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Next up, we'll have Marilynn Singer.
Hi everyone, I'm Marilynn Singer. I'm the membership coordinator for the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce. If you have any questions about joining the chamber or just general chamber questions, feel free to contact me.
Thank you. Next we have Marissa.
Hi everybody, my name is Marissa Wag. I'm an account executive with Paylocity. I was actually born and raised in Long Beach, and I've recently acquired the territory. We are a cloud-based payroll and HRIS software solution. We offer a single database solution. We're publicly traded. We're ranked #1 for payroll, benefits integration, and HR platforms. And we allow companies to integrate with any benefit and 401k best in breed company out there. We offer an enhanced software solution and functionality, and we have acquired a ton of market space or market share in the space, but we've been extremely supportive in helping businesses and companies transition to a new modern workforce. So thanks for allowing me to introduce myself.
Thanks, Marissa. Next up, we have Martha Gonzalez.
Sorry about that. Martha, I'm at Long Beach Medical Center, Miller Children's and Women's Hospital Long Beach, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're reminding everyone to please access your preventative health screenings. We're seeing a decline across the base, and you know, cancer doesn't care if there's a pandemic going on. Emergencies are going to happen, so please access your services. I'll include some resources in the chat box, but just a reminder that your health matters. Thanks.
Thanks, Martha. Next up, Oscar.
Good afternoon, Long Beach. My name is Oscar Velasco with LBS Financial Credit Union. Credit Union is celebrating 85 years this year, something we're very proud of. So 85 years of serving the community. Me as a business development specialist, I provide completely free financial education for businesses out there looking to empower their employees in the topic of credit, budgeting. If you need that help, please reach out to me. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe.
Thanks, Oscar. Next is Renee. Renee Schaefer.
Good afternoon, everybody. I had to unmute. I apologize. I just want to say how impressed I am with everybody today. I'm so verklempt. My name is Renee Schaefer. I own and operate a divorce mediation firm in Long Beach, and we just recently had our 5th year. I can't believe, I don't know where the time went, but basically what we do is we take care of your whole divorce from beginning to end, or legal separation, in the privacy of an office. So you don't have to go to court. We take care of everything in the privacy of our office, and we offer our process basically is a fraction of the price that it would cost you to have a normal procedure done litigating. So it's a non-litigating, peaceful resolution. We take care of all of the paperwork and all of the filing in the privacy of our office, located at the Airport Kilroy Center in Long Beach. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Ajma.
Hi everybody, I'm Ashma Hegi. I'm with the Long Beach Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm controller for the chamber. So if you have any questions about your membership dues, member benefits, let me know. Thank you.
Thanks. Next we'll try Charlene again.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlene Nishimura. Along with Gina, I work at Pediatric Therapy Network. Also a big fan of Long Beach, especially your Dog Beach. And we want to get more active. We provide services for children and their families with special needs.
Great, thank you so much. I think I got everyone. So if I did accidentally skip you, now's your time. But I think we got everyone. Yep, okay, great. So thank you all for your participation. But before we end, I want to conclude today's Good Afternoon Long Beach by updating you on some informative webinars taking place this month and a couple of events to add to your calendar. The Small Business Development Center will be hosting an array of webinars consisting of topics, such as Facebook Live for Business, the Retail Road to Recovery, understanding your financials, and much, much more. We'll also be having a joint Thirsty Thursday virtual speed networking event with the San Pedro Chamber of Commerce on Thursday, October 22nd at 4 p.m. This will be a free event that will give you an opportunity to network with people in our neighboring city. Lastly, our next Good Afternoon Long Beach will take place on Tuesday, November 10th at noon. And you can find a complete list of our webinars and events at www.longbchamber.com/events. Okay, and now I'd like to take this time to announce the winners of today's door prizes. Our first winner of the $50 gift card to Parker's Lighthouse is Charlene Nishimura. And our winner of the catered dinner for 4 from Primal Alchemy is Amber Ediss. So congratulations to both of you. We'll be reaching out to you for your information to get that sent over to you. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Parker's Lighthouse and Primal Alchemy, for providing today's door prizes. So now that concludes our session for today. Jeremy, is there anything you'd like to add?
Sure, I'll just add that we know the election season is upon us. You heard from one of our candidates today. If you've got more questions on who the chamber is supporting, why, our process, please feel free to reach out to either myself or Christine. We've also got this up on our website, and we're including it in our bi-monthly e-newsletter that goes out. And I'm sure you've seen the multitude of commercials around propositions. So if you haven't voted yet and you're a little confused on what yes means yes and no means no, or if it's opposite or reverse or upside down on some of these statewide propositions, reach out to us and let us know. We've got a business voter guide that's included in our chamber e-newsletter, Chamber Express, that went out last week. And then we'll be publishing our voter guide as well. But as always, you can reach out directly to us if you've got some issues or questions about what those propositions mean and what they might mean here to our local community as well. So 22 more days and all those wonderful commercials we all get inundated with will be behind us. And then we'll start talking about Christmas, if I dare say that. Can't thank you guys enough for joining us. I'm going to hang around. I know we were ending a little early. So if you've got questions now, or you just want to chit chat about the chamber or things that are going on, I'll stay on for a little bit. And I think we'll have some staff that'll stay on for a little bit as well. But other than that, thank you again for joining us at Good Afternoon Long Beach. Hope to see you on the next webinar series, special event, or next month's Good Afternoon Long Beach. That's it for me. Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.